Good evening, Mr. Burt. I'm Grayson. Nice to meet you.
Pleased to meet you.
Okay, I want to ask a couple questions about how did you first start your business? Tell me about how your business is.
Okay. Good question. This is a family farm and a family business.
Okay.
My father started the business in 1967, where he bought a farm, and we was helping his dad farm too. So it's a third generation farming. And he started the seed business in 1967, and we've increased. We built a second plant in 1974, and then a third plant in 1999. Okay. So I've been in the business since. How old are you, Grayson?
17.
I've been in the business doing this since I was 17 years old. So I've been in a long time. I'm 56 now.
Wow.
Do the math.
that's a right good while.
Right, good while.
Tell me about the successes that your business has.
Well, I want to say the biggest success we have is because farming has evolved in such a way of technology. I say we use a lot of technology. Most folks don't believe how much technology we use in the industry. Biotechnology came about in like 1996, when these multinational companies created biotech crops that were resistant to chemicals as far as like Roundup, and also chemical crops that resist the insects. And that enabled me to get my foot in the door with some of those companies to process for them. We used to process only maybe 1,000 acres worth. Now we process over 15 to 20,000 acres worth. So it's a big increase. So that enabled us to of course increase our business some 800% a few years back, and putting up new equipment and stuff like that. And we have to stay on in line with what is required, put the best technology in, and that is it will give us the best product for our customers. So getting a quality product to our customers, which is the farmer, the end user, is very important. So that's been the key to our success, doing a good job, working hard, and just a little bit of luck, having my foot in the door to be able to work with these multinational companies that give me the contracts to do this, because they own the technology. And in farming, we farm with tractors now with GPS systems, with auto steer. We don't even have to steer them, just turn the rein, and it's very, very accurate. And we use that same technology to make sure we put the correct amount of fertilizer on the crop, the correct amount of chemicals, so to be very environmentally safe too. So all those things make for a safe working environment.
And tell me about the cons of your business, about the problems that it may have faced throughout the years.
Good question. Farming is you're at the mercy of the weather. You're at the mercy of the markets. We sell our commodities on an open market, which is Chicago Board of Trade. It fluctuates every day. We can't name our price. We can raise a crop and the price could drop drastically, and we barely make ends meet. So we have to be very good at marketing to make sure we get the best price for our product, and be able to pick that price through the year. Try to hit the highs rather than the lows. So we have to be a good marketer also, and making sure we get the markets on time. And it's a guessing game sometimes. If we could guess the market, I wouldn't be farming. I'd be a stockbroker.
Do you see your business thriving more than it is now in the future, or not?
Yes, I mentioned technology earlier. The technology coming down the pike now is even more advanced, where we're not only using biotech traits, we're also using biologicals, where we're putting a biological bacteria or element right on the product, right on the seed, that causes that product to be more profitable for the grower. And he's putting less inputs into the farm, into the farming practices, and just like the seed here, if we put all the inputs in that seed, whether it be genetic, we put fungicides, insecticides in it, and other biologicals in it. It makes it more expensive, but it's on the input side, he's putting less money.
Do you have any piece of advice for teenagers like me going out into the real world, about to get a job, about to go to college and stuff like that?
You mentioned college. Education is key. Years ago, in my case, I was born into this business, basically. If I had to go out in the real world and get a real job, just like I've never been on an interview before, even looked for a job, because I was in this job all my life. the days of getting in the business, sometimes you can do this, just start off feet on the floor and work your way up through hard work. That's harder to do nowadays, because you can get to a plateau that's as high as you can go. You've got to get an education to get over that plateau. A lot of these businesses now requires an education, whether it be a 2-year degree, 4-year degree, or just working up to your master's. We'd be a doctor, and we've had young men and students come here to work for us before, and they've worked their way up to be doctors and teachers and principals, and we've got a list of smart young men that worked here before, like yourself, and they could, whatever business you work in, it's by hard work, but education is key. And years ago, it may not have been as key. I mean, I had a cousin that was in the farming industry. He had a 4th grade education. He worked hard, and he got good people to work for him, and he went on to be a multi-millionaire.
Wow.
So those days are gone. As far as being able to do that, education is key now. You're just not going to do that without that education now.
Okay. Well, Mr. Burt, thank you. I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
And I hope your business does pretty good.
Well, thank you.
And I'll talk to you again soon.
Okay. That work.